Well, it's Eric here, getting back to you on the basement development at your new office. And so I put together some drawings and put them together in a slideshow, and just going to give a voiceover of the project, kind of start to finish. Fairly brief, but it's a nice way to explain the project. So starting off, we're looking at the existing basement, removed the floor joists and most of the drywall ceilings, so we can have a good look at the layout. And going to discuss first the floor. And so I've separated the floor quote, the pricing, into two different sections. So we'll call it Area 1 and Area 2. And I think some consideration should be given to completing the entire floor with the system I'm going to describe. But I have separated the quotes as we discussed I would. So one thing that I think we should give more consideration to is the fact that there is a little bit of heaving that happened in this floor. The middle part of this floor looks like it's lifted about 1.5 inches, and there's kind of a slope towards the exterior walls. So I think a simple solution to that, which will have a lot of benefits, is to use a self-leveling concrete, primarily at the outer 4 feet of this basement to create a level surface, perhaps just a little bit of a slope towards the middle of the floor. And then we'll have a nice level surface to put the subfloor on, and it'll make it a lot easier once you put your shelving, your storage units in there. So we're going to quote for putting a raised subfloor in place. They come in 2x2 panels. They're 7/8 of an inch thick, so that's not a lot of height to lose. And they can handle 1,000 pounds per square foot of weight. So I think that would be more than enough for your need. And so showing this being installed on the entire floor. And moving on from that, we're going to zoom in just to a corner of the basement, taking a look just at the existing basement, the drywall ceiling, and showing the subfloor already installed. We'd have to peel back the drywall a little bit at the header area for access. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but showing here the insulated wall assembly. That would sit right on top of the subfloor. Any moisture coming in from that exterior wall can then find its way underneath. Showing a wood framed wall, 24-inch on center, Roxol batt insulation, 2 courses, continuous vapor barrier on the interior of the wall, spray foam insulating and air sealing up in the header area, and then drywall being installed on the interior surface, and of course replacing the drywall that was removed for access to the header area. So showing that being continuing on the exterior walls, and then kind of zooming back out and looking at the entire basement with the drywall installed. Now all those, the new drywall and any existing drywall would all be mudded and taped, making a nice smooth surface for paint, including the ceiling. We would pull down the existing light fixtures on the ceiling so that we can get a nice smooth finish over the entire ceiling, and then reinstall those fixtures. So once that's done, the majority of the work, the hard work, is done. We're looking at painting, and just showing here that we're quoting for 2 different colors. One color for all the walls and a second color for the ceiling, recommending a light color for the ceiling, perhaps a bit darker for the walls. And then installing a finish carpet. So quoting to install it right up to the top of the stairs, and quoting for a high quality, high traffic commercial carpeting. We can obviously look at this exact style as we move further with this project. And the last thing I think that should be considered is, if you do consider proceeding with kind of developing this entire basement as one, is removing that partition wall that's separating kind of the 2 sides of the basement. I think that'll open things up and kind of make it all look like one big functional space. So yeah, this is what I'm quoting for. You'll see the pricing on the next page of this proposal, and I hope to talk about this further. Thanks a lot.